How much does what's going on in the outside world, politically, geopolitically, affect your choice of projects and your choice of how you spend your time in your work? Is that something that figures in at all?
I remember very early on in my career, I felt a couple of times at my, these self-made crossroads where being a daughter of immigrants and being Latina in America, as you start to grow in your career, you carry on this responsibility to represent your community. I made that choice, and it felt risky, but I made it with all my heart in hopes that it was the right decision that would help my community by following my heart. But that's not to say that I may one day feel compelled to make a decision on a material that has a very important conversation around a cause or an event that should be present in people's minds and in people's tables, when they're having dinner. That's not to say that I'll never, ever, consider that.
It's interesting to hear Zoe say that felt like a risk. And I wonder, when you reflect on your own careers, what's a moment that felt like a risk?
I think when you look at something where you're being pushed out of your comfort zone that scares you, are those moments that you are taking a risk. In a certain way, we take a risk every time. We don't know. There's no guarantees. There's no formula. I think, at least, and I think it's the risk that makes it exciting. It's the risk that, because if you step into something that that you're going to be better on the other side. As you were talking, Zoe, I was just thinking about, do you guys, any of you, feel like that in a way that roles find you as much as you find them?
Absolutely.
Right? And that there are things that
Absolutely.
you gain from it, not that you always know, but that you get from the other side, that there are parallels, for sure.
Well, everybody has their own comfort zone. And so, as you say, to go out of that comfort zone is always going to feel like a growing possibility. My comfort zone is to work in very close collective communication with people. I've always done that from the very beginning. And for me, a massive risk would be to go and work with people that I didn't know. That would be the biggest risk. But I know, and this is one of the reasons I've always found it very difficult to name myself an actor, because I know that in general, actors don't work this way.